Hey, Nayo here, and this review is primarily for my Kenyan viewers because this app is pretty much useless when you're outside Kenya. So yeah, but if you're just here for me as a person, please stay and give me your precious views and watch time. This week we're reviewing mySafaricom app. It has more than 1 million downloads, which I must mention is great for a Kenyan app, so they get credit for proving that it's possible to get 1 million downloads for a local Kenyan app. It has a rating of 4.2 and its icon is pretty basic, so this icon gets a 6 from me. Let's install it. It's 19 megabytes, which is a bit on the heavy side. Okay, it's done. Let's open it. And the first thing you see when you open the app is a prompt to log in by entering your phone number. This app won't work if you're not on Safaricom. If you're on Airtel or something else, let me know in the comments why and if it's worth switching, because I don't see a point. It's probably super inconvenient unless you have a dual SIM. After you're done logging in, you'll see a screen with a grid of icons, and from the get-go, it's not the best looking or best designed app, but I guess it's supposed to be more practical than anything else. So it's moving a lot of the services Safaricom offers via USSD and the SIM toolkit to an app on your phone. Okay, let's check out the offerings, and the first thing is a way to easily see your bills and balances. You can see at a glance any bills you have, how many minutes, megabytes, SMSs you have left, and from here you can buy more data, redeem bonga points, or just be aware of how poor and in debt you are. Another part of this grid, the one I suspect you'll be using the most, is M-Pesa. From here you can send money, withdraw cash, lipa na M-Pesa, buy airtime, get access to M-Shwari, basically all the bells and whistles that come with M-Pesa from your SIM toolkit. But in mySafaricom app, they've taken it further and even added a cost calculator that will be able to tell you beforehand how much Safaricom will charge you for the transaction. Hint, it's always way too much. Up here you can check your M-Pesa balance, but instead of just showing you your balance, it'll ask for your M-Pesa pin so it can send you a text message showing your balance. A step I don't really see why we need. Basically, you'll probably never use this feature. Here you can easily activate and deactivate data plans depending on how rich you are, or even select an SMS plan for those of you on Kabambes. Most of the other options give you access to the bouquet of other Safaricom services, plans, promotions, and you can even see how much money you could save by switching to a different network. Okay, that's not a thing, but if it was, I still don't think you'd switch. Up here on the toolbar, there's a search icon that weirdly leads you to their website, and a notification icon that will show you a list of mostly promotional notifications that will pop up on your phone. There's also an account section that lets you see your bills and balances in the same way as in the My Bills section, so they put in work to make two different sections that do the same thing. This also happens with the Buy Airtime feature. You have a couple of ways of doing that too. At the bottom, you'll see a banner with an image, which is yet another way they came up with to advertise more of their services. Creating an app listing all of their services wasn't enough. They also had to put a permanent banner image at the bottom, and on top of that, send you promotional push notifications. To add on to the redundancy, they have a navigation drawer that you can access by tapping on this hamburger icon, and guess what? You can access the same services from this menu too. Here they also have a knowledge base, which basically loads an FAQ and a store locator to show you the nearest stores. It looks like 3 different developers are competing to see who can display the most Safaricom services in the least amount of space, which I think is a waste of their time and effort. I've used this app for several months now, so is it reliable? Yes, most of the time, but once in a while something will go wrong and you'll have to switch back to USSD or your SIM toolkit, which can be super annoying if you need to pay urgently. You also can't use this app if you don't have an internet connection. So if you're out of data, ironically, you'll have to use the SIM toolkit to buy credit and then use USSD to buy your bundles before you can open mySafaricom app again, which is just a weird experience. So is it better than USSD? I would say it's slightly more convenient to use M-Pesa via this app. You can search for contacts within the app and save pay bills until numbers, but it's not that much more convenient than just using your SIM toolkit. Where the convenience comes in is where you'd like to activate data plans. It's 10 times more convenient than USSD because USSD involves about 30 steps. To sum it up, it's more convenient but at the same time really cluttered and really unfocused. All in all, I would give mySafaricom app a 7 out of 10. It's a good effort, it's breaking new ground, pretty convenient and reliable, but it needs a better user interface and a better thought out user experience. And that's it for mySafaricom app. It's available on Android and iOS. Links in the description. Comment, like, subscribe, and suggest apps. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.